We are back on our Fender support panel, and last time we left, that gap was starting to look pretty good. It's a little bit uneven. You can see where it widens out right in there, but it's looking pretty nice up top there. This line that I've circled, that's where it starts to get out of line. So I'm gonna shrink right at that line. And then I drew another longer line right in there where I think we need to stretch. So there's a segment that's straight right there. We just need to hinge it down a little bit. And I think we're gonna be done fitting that guy. I took a drill bit and a piece of scrap metal and just kind of ran it down in this gap here, because that's going to be our final size. And it looked, like I say, it looked real good till it got to that line. I can't remember, 5/32 I think is what this is. And I tested it up here with the door where it's supposed to be, and that seemed like the right distance. Also check the back door gap. And when I stick it kind of in here, you can see fairly tight there. And as you come down the door, still tight, still tight, still tight, right there. Now we loosen up. So that's my mark. I think if we shrink right there, it's gonna bring it into here, and then we'll straighten that piece back out. Right on the mark there. We'll probably go a little bit right, a little bit left. Every time I do a little stretch or shrink here, it bends that edge in just a little bit, so we may have to straighten that back out. This is it's one of those very tedious things. You just over and over pull the panel off, put the panel on, pull the panel off, put the panel on. But that's what it takes if you want to fit some panels up really nicely versus just slapping stuff together. See all the channels, see all the guys doing rows, things like that, man. That's all the channels. Super nice. Some days, can't play with you. Not saying that I absolutely do, but some days it's like my easier task. This is good. All right, push on some days, go. Very good. Okay. On there. Okay. See that help us, eh? On there. Hold things just a little bit. Move around. See if I can this a little bit. I think what that did was it evened all this out a little bit. It did. It absolutely evened it out. But what I think that did was hold some of this off. Is that tight to there? It is. But we're definitely moving that line. What I really need is for this to go that way. And with as much tension and pressure as I'm putting in this panel, there's an awful lot that I'm pushing on there. I'm wondering if I should weld an edge on here and then cut that edge back. And I say that because I really don't want to bend this panel. You can see when I release it, let me get this piece in. There we go. See, it really doesn't want to go that far. How far is this? Line that up. I feel like I can push it a little, but not a lot. I think I may weld this panel in. And this one, I think the angle here is wrong. I sat and stared at it last night, but I may put this in so that I can get this there. This panel goes in basically right here, and this will attach to that, so I can see if it's further out or further in. That may help get us squared up here. One thing I have learned doing all the work that I've done is you have to be willing to take doors on and off about 1 billion times when you're restoring a car. So I took the door off here in order to get this panel fit in. I just wanted it like sweet. And the way this panel was, there's like a little flange where these two met, and it wasn't allowing this here, that little step, just wasn't fitting well. So I took the flange out of that little panel, just made it flat on the bottom, and that made it sit against this little joggle. Super sweet. I put in about a dozen Clecos here to suck this panel in as good as it can get. Now remember, this car was wrecked. The panel that was here, remember, it was all wrinkly and crappy. So some of this stuff has definitely, I don't know if I want to say been moved, but it's different. And so we're trying to make it all fit back in. It looks good. Everything I have here is good, but this support, I kind of moved just a little bit, just tweaked on it. Everything's fitting sweet. We can see this is within, like, I don't know, easily a 1/16 of where I really, really want it. Our next step is to put the door back on and then take a look at this edge and assess what we want to do. We're kind of at the same spot here, and I want to assess this thing from this angle. I'm still saying that follows the flow of the body really well. Minus right here. Just need to hammer and dolly that guy. You can see how close that is. I've got a piece of the old Fender here, and this is the piece that's wrapped around. You can see, again, it's probably 3/8 of an inch is a good guess there. And when we put it in like this, you can sort of tip it just a little bit and tighten that gap up. Down here, it's pretty tight. And I was gonna weld a little piece on, but literally it's just gonna be, I don't know, pretty small, enough that it'll probably be more of a pain than it's really worth. But this will give me a good idea if I need to adjust that lip out here and there, or if it's too tight, or if it's too loose. But I think I'm going to leave that line like it is for now. I can always come back and weld that if I get into the Fender and it's just not working out for me. But I think the next little piece that we need to work on is back in here. And we just really need to, I bent this all out of the way so I'd have plenty of room. Then I made a little cut line here, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that piece off, and then we'll start fitting this in, just get it hammered into the contour of this piece that's here, because it's definitely not flat. Then once we get that done, we'll head downstairs and get this little guy in order. We're starting to get pretty close on this and that. Just get tapped into place. And again, I think we'll probably do the old, weld these up in here. And as we go, we'll tap all this down and just make sure it's tight, because it's just kind of springy right now. Sometimes you can do this. If you got a section that's kind of springy, just take another hammer. Sometimes that'll take, yeah, that did. Took a little of the spring out. I think it's time to start punching holes, so we'll punch holes in all of these flanges, and then we'll get it all primered and be ready to weld in. I blew a little epoxy primer back in here, put some weld through on all the faces that are going to get welded. Still don't know how I feel about the weld through, but we'll leave it there. I also blew a little epoxy on the back side of this panel with some weld through in those weld spots there. My next move is going to be to remove the little Hillary step there and the rocker panel and the sill that goes back underneath the door. Get those prepped as well and get them welded in. So that's going to be my first welding task, is to get those pieces all welded in, and then we'll come back in with the fender support and be done. It's been a day or two. Sorry about that. You guys didn't notice. It was no difference in time. I poked a bunch of holes in here, and then the backs of all the panels are primed with epoxy, and in some cases a little bit of weld through primer. And like this little part up here has got all the holes punched in it that it needs, and then this guy back here kind of the same way. My next move here is going to be to get this panel in place, and you can see where I had to kind of undercut it there so that it would fit to, I don't know why, but they had a big hump in here. This panel does not have a hump, period. The one I took out was perfectly flat. So anyway, I had to get it to match the door opening, basically. So what I'm going to do is just kind of set this in place, tack it, then I might go TIG weld that seam back together. There it is, all clecoed back in place. I'm not going to put the rockers and stuff back on at this point in time. I've got this fitting the way I want it to fit. So we'll tack it, and then like I said, we'll take it over and TIG weld it. Well, on second thought, I think I'm just going to weld it here. Some of these gaps are a little bigger than I wanted. Got a little crazy with the Zippo blade there, but I think we can handle this pretty quick with the MIG. Once again, I forgot to record an ending. See you, bye.